Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lost in the Real. My name is Sean.
And my name is Morgan.
And today we are talking about It's What's Inside.
Although we can't really spoil it, so limited talk.
That is so true. So we'll do our best to talk about It's What's Inside with no spoilers. Let's talk about it.
So, Sean, what are your thoughts on It's What's Inside?
Wow, this movie was a lot. I was really excited for this film after it came out at Sundance at the beginning of the year. I heard a lot about it, and there was a lot of talk about this movie that's kind of like a puzzle box, this crazy mystery, and that do not reveal any spoilers about this movie because you don't want to know. And the director was very forceful about that, which I do appreciate. And, you know, I came in with probably too high of expectations, but I still really enjoyed this movie. I think there is so much to enjoy about its mystery and its visual storytelling and the way in which it kind of just subverts your expectations at every single turn. But I do have some issues with it that really held it back for me. What about you, Morgan?
I had zero expectations about this movie. I knew nothing, so I just went in. And I agree with the visual storytelling was so grabbing. I loved it so much, actually. I love the directing. I was entertained by the storytelling, as the screenplay or the writing of it,
Yeah.
Screenplay is not a play. Okay. And I loved all the acting. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Sean, I didn't see a lot of faults in it. I could see it being a little overwhelming to some people. No spoilers, but I don't know if it was a very big puzzle box mystery kind of thing, but yeah. I loved the acting and I loved the directing. It was it was good.
Okay, so let's dive deeper into that one thing at a time. Mm-hmm. So the acting, first and foremost, is incredible.
Everyone.
I was so shocked, for such a low-budget movie and with a lot of unknown actors. I know Brittany O'Grady from The White Lotus, which is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Same.
But a lot of these other actors I didn't know, and I was so impressed with every single actor and the way in which they are able to inhabit what happens in this film, because I'm not going to give it away.
Yeah,
but I was just so impressed.
I've definitely seen a few of these actors before, but in smaller roles in a way, nothing major, and they just did such a wonderful job. And yeah, I love the acting. And to have so many characters, and it wasn't confusing. You're able to follow each one, identify each one. It was so good.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think that has to do the fact that you're able to follow anything that's going on in this movie is from the visual storytelling and the directing. And this is a first-time feature film director, people. Okay?
Impressive.
Yeah. Even though there are some things, it's a little overdone, almost. I kind of felt that a little bit. Did you?
No, I didn't really feel that. I was just...
Okay.
I saw what he was going for, and he succeeded.
And I will say there were certain parts that I'm like, oh, I don't really know what's going on right now. And then he was really able to show that in a way that was very apparent. And this is a very, very difficult story to tell. And he was able to convey it in ways with lighting and with split screen and with just so many different uses of the camera
Yes.
that you are able to understand what's happening because he is so assured in his direction. And from a first-time director, that's incredible.
Incredible. Like you can see that he had a vision and he was going to accomplish it, and he did, in my opinion. It was so well done. And talk about like the camera work and like I mean, no spoilers, but the opening shot, I was just like, yes, thank you, please, thank you. We have cameras, use them, and use good actors, and he did.
Yeah.
It was like a breath of fresh air for me, honestly. Like,
oh, I'm so happy to hear that. So when it comes to the screenplay, this is when I get some issues, and obviously this is a no spoiler review, so I'm gonna do my best to just say that what did not work for me is the characters.
Like all of them?
All of them.
How come? Or I guess we can talk about it.
I mean, we can, for like in broad sense of terms, but we will have a spoiler review coming up where we talk about more. So just wait a couple of days and check that out. But until then, when it comes to the screenplay, I wanted to like these characters. I wanted to understand these characters, and I don't think the movie took enough time to get to know all of these people before it started its shenanigans. And it starts its shenanigans very early. I was like really shocked at like, okay, whoa, we're not doing a whole lot of like build up here. Like it's just like, let's throw us into the action, which some people will love, but I never cared about any of these people. So when they're going through this whole thing, I did not care. And that was my one issue with It's What's Inside.
Oh, I can see how I would want a little bit more in their like story of each character. But honestly, I disagree, Sean. I thought he did a wonderful job. I thought, again, like, even down to the camera work, but like the details of the writing and the acting, like you could see characters in just like 2 sentences, and you're like, oh, I see who you are, and I enjoyed that. We'll go into spoilers.
And I get what you're saying. So I agree with you. And he was able to set up these characters, but only with archetypes. And I was waiting for him to really like give us an emotional pull towards any of them that like really hooked us. And there is a story about something that happens in the past that did hook me. And I think that was a very smart decision with the writing. But I do think with all the characters that were given, I just didn't feel for any of them enough. Maybe besides the lead and her boyfriend, because that intro was painfully, oh my god, cringy.
What an intro, right?
It was so bad. Like I was like, oh god, kill that guy. Yeah. But besides that, I wanted a little bit more from the character building.
Okay, I'm still gonna fight you on this, but I'm gonna fight you in our next video.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
A little bit of the archetypes, but like I'm gonna fight you in the next video.
Okay.
I love the music.
Oh my god, the music was so good.
The music
was so good. Like literally, like at the very beginning when it was using the instrumentals, and it was like she was surfing through Instagram. I was like, oh, too much. It was like giving me anxiety. And I was like, I don't know if I can handle this movie. I don't know why. But like, it's giving me so much anxiety.
And I think that you said it so well that like I think I wrote down in my notes like, oh, like Gen Z, like younger millennial, like anxiety in a film. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't think a lot of people will like this movie because of that exactly, but he wanted that and he succeeded again. Like right down to the music, the writing, the acting, the camera work, directing, like I mean
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
From Morgan.
Yeah. I didn't watch the trailer. I knew nothing about this movie. I didn't even read the synopsis or whatever.
Also, really quickly, thank you to D Movie Man for letting us know do not watch the trailer, because I was almost about to watch it and we decided not to, and just to go in completely blind. And that's exactly how you should go into this film.
Absolutely. Anyone, like, just watch it. Like, don't even watch the trailer. But all I saw was that the image, the poster for it, you know? And it kind of rolled my eyes. I was like, oh, okay. That was the only thing I took from this movie. So I guess I had a slight little, I don't know why, but no, I like it.
Wait, so what do you mean by that? What was the image?
It was
the image on our background right now?
No, it was very like kind of like 70s hand drawn.
Oh yeah, okay, that poster.
Yeah, that poster. I don't know why. I was just like, okay, calm down. But I don't know why certain things bug me.
You're doing too much. It's what's inside. You're doing too much.
Yeah, a little bit. A little. But no, and then I mean, a way to impress me. Like, this was yeah.
So if the poster was the worst thing about the movie, then the movie's done something right, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. So, Sean, what would you rate It's What's Inside?
I would give It's What's Inside 3.5 out of 5. I had a lot of fun with this movie, though I was hoping it would be a little bit more entertaining. And I think the reason why I didn't love it as much as I was expecting was just because I was wanting to connect to some of these characters. And that might be just like a personal thing on my part. A lot of these characters were really unlikable, so it just kind of ended up being like a great idea and some incredible directing and visual storytelling that just felt a little bit empty to me. But besides that, there is so much here to enjoy. It is super original, and it is 100% a film you should watch on Netflix, because they have a lot of terrible original films. This is one of the good ones.
Damn. Shade thrown, like not holding back. That's so great.
Thank you.
I disagree though, but yeah, okay.
Disagree with what?
Your rate.
Okay, well, let me know, girl. Let me know what's up.
I'm giving it a 4.5. Like, I mean, I saw very little flaws in this movie. Like,
oh wow, okay.
And I still like. I'm gonna come at you on Friday. Like, okay. I see good characters. Maybe we don't get as much time with them, but I think they're there and we can see who they are. My only issue with it, I mean, beautiful writing, music, acting, directing, just wonderful, especially for a first-time director. My complaint is the a mystery part wasn't quite a mystery to me.
Right.
So I was a little disappointed in that, but still, it's still wonderful though. Like, that was it. Like, that just knocked it down a little bit for me, because it was not so much. Like,
wow, 4.5. This, honestly, I very rarely see you give scores of even 4 or above.
I know.
So 4.5 is a big deal.
I know. I am very impressed by this movie. I want to see what he does next, honestly.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to see what he does next. I think there is so much potential here. Just a little tweaking of the script, and I think it'd be even better.
Yeah, just a little tweaking. That's why I love the tweaking. That's why I say 0.5. But also, I have been very thirsty for some good, fresh kind of psychological horror kind of thing.
Yes.
This gave it to me the first time of this year, so.
And it's so original, this movie. Like, that
Yes.
is one thing. Like, yes, there are like hints of like bodies, and Clue and things like that. But for the most part, this is such an original idea. And I welcome any original ideas onto our screens. Please give us more of that.
Please, please. And again, like right down to the directing, the camera work. That was again like I was just like I could breathe again. I was like, yes, thank you. Like finally we don't have to just see a still shot cut edit. Like still shot cut edit. Like, oh, I'm so over that.
Great. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Real.
And please let us know what you think of It's What's Inside in the comments down below. We'd love to read them.
And also make sure to tune in to our spoiler conversation since we cannot talk about it until this movie comes out. So this upcoming Friday, we'll be talking all the spoilers on It's What's Inside. Make sure to tune into that. Until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Take care.
Bye.